Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today, me and Michael are going to be discussing upcoming Disney cartoons on their channels, Disney XD and just the regular Disney Channel. So I saw that a lot of you guys enjoyed us talking about upcoming Cartoon Network shows because we've done that quite a lot. Because, we've had a lot of reboots lately for that channel. But I thought it'd also be cool to talk about the other networks like Disney Channel or Nickelodeon, which we'll probably do soon. So to start off, we got two new shows coming that are based directly off movies. First, it's Tangled, then Big Hero 6.
Yeah, so for Tangled, not really a fan of the art style. I know you said you enjoyed the art style. I don't know what it is. It's like too liney, I guess, if that makes any sense. But apparently Rapunzel gets her hair back, which bothers me. I feel like that just kind of disregards what happened in the movie. It's like, oh, she has her hair because reasons.
Magic.
I hope, yeah. I hope there's a good reason and it kind of becomes a plot point of some kind, but that just kind of annoyed me a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know how serious this the show is going to be because I know that the movie got pretty serious. I think at some points. It's been a while since I've watched it, even though I really liked the movie. But yeah, I don't know because it's taking place. The series is taking place between the feature film and the short Tangled Ever After, where her hair was short. So something is going to have to happen. I don't know if they'll ever explain it. Like by the end of the show, where she either cuts it off again or something happens.
Yeah. Do we know how much time takes place between the film and the short?
No, because I remember in the short they got married, so I'm assuming a couple months. Yeah, I'd see. This is stuff I need to refresh on with Tangled. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, it looks like based on the bio that this is going to be a plot point. It's not just going to be a thing that happens and we just ignore. Like, oh, she got her hair back. Okay, we're just going to have a show now.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, based on bios, it says, so the first big mystery raised by the trailer is how did Rapunzel get her luxurious and magical blonde locks back? So hopefully that's something that they really touch upon in this show.
Yeah. So some good news about that is the people who voiced acted Rapunzel and Eugene in the movies are going to be reprising their roles. So it's not like sometimes what happens where they have to cast somebody else. So that's good, I guess.
Yeah, that's definitely good.
But I don't know. I do have some hopes for this. I do like the art style personally. And, I don't, like I said, I don't know how serious it's going to be or what it's going to try to do. But, for a Disney cartoon, it looks good.
Yeah, we'll see.
So moving on, we have Big Hero 6, which I believe we only got like one picture of, or maybe it was like the logo or something. But the only one that we have footage of really is the Tangled, for Tangled. So I think that's probably like the one that's coming out the soonest. But then eventually next year is going to be Big Hero 6, which is going to be on Disney XD, it looks like. I don't think I mentioned. I'm pretty sure Tangled might be on Disney Channel. So it's like, oh, the real shows have to be on.
Oh my god.
Yeah, except for Star for some reason, I guess. But yeah, so this one's Disney XD and Star's Disney Channel. I don't know. But it looks like we got a bunch of like pretty good writers on the show, so I do have high hopes for that. Also because it seems to be continuing off from where the movie left off, I believe.
Yeah, I'm especially excited for this one because Big Hero 6 was one of my favorite Disney movies, and we could use more action shows because we haven't had any in quite a while. The only thing I'm concerned with, since it is an action show, is the art style. Like, I hope it doesn't have the same art style as Tangled. Like, at least that art style works for Tangled, but I feel like for an action superhero show, that's not going to work as much. I doubt they're going to do CG, even though Disney probably could have it in the budget. I don't think they're going to do a whole series in CG. But what's interesting is this takes place after the movie. I'm curious if because we know in Kingdom Hearts 3, Big Hero 6 is going to make an appearance, but the world actually takes place after the movie, where Sora fights like Dark Baymax, which was the Baymax that was left in the portal. So I'm curious to see if there's going to be any contradictions with that, or if it's going to work along with it. That'd be really cool to see.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty much all we have for that right now. I think Hero will be going to college. He'll be continuing. I don't know if he started in the movie. I can't remember. Or if he was going to or something like that.
Yeah, I think there was like, they were alluding to that at the end, I believe.
Okay, yeah, so
yeah.
it
in a
might,
while.
it will just continue from there. So that's cool. Yeah, thinking about that, I'm actually pretty excited about this show. Yeah, because I like the movie, and hopefully this don't screw it up.
Yeah, at first I was worried because I thought it was just about him going to school. I was like, really? You have a superhero show and it's about a kid going to school? But it turns out there is going to be some Big Hero 6 stuff going on, so that's exciting.
Yeah. And so after that, we have news of like 2 reboots. First one is DuckTales, and the second one is Muppet Babies, which, if you're worrying, it's going to be on Disney Junior. So we just thought we'd put that in just because it's like a lot of people know Muppet Babies, and it's just cool to, I guess it's interesting news. But first, let's talk about DuckTales, which I'm kind of excited for. Probably the one on the list that I'm most excited for. It looks like that has the most potential, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited for this one too. I actually never really watched too much of the original, but I know it's a classic. I know it was very well written. I've seen like bits and pieces, and yeah, this should be a good show. I doubt this is going to be super story driven, but I think it'll be a really solid comedy for sure.
Yeah, and this one will also be launching next year on Disney XD, like most of these other shows. And we have got a few pictures of it, but that is all. So I'm hoping to see some actual, animation soon for that.
And Muppet Babies? Is there much to...
So this is, of course, a little kid show for like 4 to 7-year-olds. Oh, and this one looks like it's coming out in 2018, so it's not for a while. But this one's going to be computer animated CG, so do with what you will with that. But I mean, they do look kind of convincing. We do have one picture for it, I believe, and I was almost fooled at first. I was like, "Oh, are they actually using puppets?" Because I think puppets are pretty cool, like especially like Muppets and all that stuff. But it looks like this is CG, which is pretty much the trend for anything that was puppets before. They're just going to CG now, because I guess they can kind of pull it off.
Yeah, it does really look real. It's kind of trippy.
Yeah, right. So I don't know. Obviously it's a little kid show, so we're not going to see anything except maybe some good stories. Because I did enjoy Muppet Babies when I was younger. I don't know how well it holds up for older fans, but yeah.
Yeah, it's not really for older people. Like, it's not one of those shows you can really find too much, but it'll probably be good for the youngins. I know there are a lot of people who watched it back in the day who are like hyped of the idea of it coming back. So, yeah.
And finally, we have 2 more new shows, totally original concepts. It looks like on Disney XD. Although I don't know how to feel about most of them. We can talk about that. Yeah. So first is Billy Dilly Super. Oh my gosh. I can't even say it. See, okay, how about you say it?
Billy Dilly's Super Duper Subterranean Summer.
Yes. And it's Country Club. I can say that one. That one's easy.
Yeah,
see, I don't know how to feel about these. So basically the first one is from people who worked on like SpongeBob, Gravity Falls, and the Mickey Mouse shorts. So could be potential for that. It's about a 7th grader named Billy Dilly who is with his lab partners with his friend Zeke and Marcia, and they go on summer. They do stuff during the summer, I guess, and it gets weird. And I guess they try. Obviously, as the title of the show alludes to, they do stuff beneath the Earth's surface.
A magical world beneath the Earth's surface.
So we have a picture for that. And I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the character design, but so the people who worked on SpongeBob SquarePants, I don't know if that's old SpongeBob or new SpongeBob. That kind of makes a big difference. But there's Gravity Falls on there, which gives me hope. But I'm just really not a fan of how it looks so far. So I guess we'll see. The concept sounds intriguing. I don't know why there's so many Disney shows that are about summer vacation, but I'm hoping it's a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, I mean, because Disney XD shows, there are a bunch of good ones, or there have been, so we can put our hopes up for that. And then finally, I guess another Disney XD show is Country Club. This one's coming out 2018. And the other one was 2017. So different, the first one's probably coming out pretty soon. Well, this one we gotta wait a while for. I don't know how to feel about this one either, but it's a mischievous and optimistic country boy whose family moves to the big city, and he goes on adventures in the city and meets his new neighbors. So I mean, actually reading that, it sounds pretty interesting. I think.
Yeah, I think that could be pretty funny. Looking at it more, at first, like, the design kind of bothered me, but looking at it more, it's not too bad. I feel like for some reason I get the vibe this show is either going to be really great or really bad. I don't think there's going to be any in between.
No in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. I definitely like reading about that. It's like, oh, and people that worked on Harvey Beaks, because I really like that show. So it might have a similar feel to that. It might be a little more wild or something, just by judging by the picture, how he's like holding the chicken. Yeah, that.
Yeah, and we have Rob Renzetti from Gravity Falls.
Oh, yeah,
so that's also a good sign.
Yeah. So that could have potential. I was hoping to like see. I mean, that's pretty much it. For what I found, for things that are currently not out yet, but in production. And that's kind of, I guess, I don't know how much is the usual for like stuff coming out per year, but I guess that's pretty much it for now.
Yeah, that's pretty decent. I don't have any major problems. The Tangled show could be pretty good. I'm most excited for Big Hero 6 because I think we need more action shows for sure. But yeah, these are all pretty solid. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, it's great. Unlike some other networks, which we weren't so certain about. This one looks, decent. It has potential. So yeah, we'll probably be talking about Nickelodeon eventually. Tell us what you think in the comments about these shows, and we'll talk to you later.
Peace.